Good day and welcome. My name is DK from DK Plays TV on Twitch and DK Plays on YouTube. I hope that you're having a fantastic day no matter where you are in the world. Today, we got a lot happening. We're going to finish the Guardian farm. We're going to do another small farm, a manual farm. And we're also going to do a little bit of something else. Can't think of what that is right now, but... oh yeah, we're going to make some map art. And let's get into it. So I'm going to go repair my tools, and while I do, you can head on over and watch the Guardian farm being finished and have a look at how it turned out. So I've tried two different methods here. I've tried this one, which takes the Guardians up to the top, and as you can see they're flowing over, but it's very, very slow, and they do tend to swim against the current for quite a while. They drop into the lava, the goodies go down, all the way down to chests down 35 blocks below, because I was going to wait till the bug was fixed that leaves them hanging in the air. The second version I've done, which is a very similar thing. It drops them straight up, but goes directly into lava. Then a dispenser spits the goodies out, drops down into this water stream, and goes around. But this gets a lot more Guardians than that. But the drops from this are a lot less than they are from that. I'm racking my brain as to wonder why. And I can't understand why. I'm getting more Guardians in this side. I'm getting more Guardians to go through on this side, but they're only dropping every 3 or 4 Guardians are only dropping bits and pieces. Now, I've been AFK for about 2 hours, and between the two sides of the farm, that's all I've gotten. 64, 12 fish, 17 and 21. Now these were already there from when I was while I was building it. So that's all that's come through in 2 hours. Now when I had it the other way, just pop back up. When I had it the original way, this bottom one, and also this bottom version, so instead of going all the way up to the very top way up there, they would come into this area and go up and get burnt in lava and come down. And that would be about 3 hours of AFK. And that would be over an extended time while I was building it. And then this will be 3 hours. And that will be the extended time while I was building it. So I have a dilemma, and I think I know what the solution is, but it means that all of this has got to come back out again. But that's okay, because I want to get the best farm that I can, and if it means that I've got to do some experiments and work out which is the best way of doing it. You see, it suddenly dawned on me, if all I'm doing is killing them, why don't I just kill them there and have this drops dispensed and flow underground into the same place, or they can go into a storage system and they can go into a water system that just flows all the way around, and it can have an entrance from this side and it can have an entrance from that side, and do the same thing, kill them one block out from where they spawn. As far as I can tell, I mentioned last time that the spawning spots should be up the top on level 60, and I'm getting spawns down the bottom, and I have determined through process of elimination that it's the same 25 blocks that would be at level 60 that are spawning down on level 40. So if I just scooch down here, I should have 1 or 2 of these. So this is This is how I'm working it out, right? So all of these ones that are single high, actually that needs an iron block because that has been verified. All of these have been verified that they spawn, and they correspond with the same ones that would be up at level 60. So what I'm trying to do now is determine if these ones are in the right spot. And that one's not going to spawn anything because it doesn't have any water in it. Anyway, oh, it's because I ran out of water, that's what it does. Right, so this one, this one, this one, this one, that one, and that one, I still need to determine, and then I may have to move my temporary bedroom, although I don't think I will. I won't have to move it for that one. I don't want to move it. I won't have to move it at all. So basically, I come in line with that, turn around, come in line with that, and then 4 blocks around me, 3 on the back side, 2 on the roof, and then I put water in. But I don't have water at the moment to put in there. And then I come down here, and I've been moving this around, so it was down that end while I was doing this end. Because obviously the further away I am, the better, within the 128 blocks that is, but outside the 24 blocks. And this just goes up to height 118, and it was only because that's how many scaffolding I had available on hand. So I'll pop up here. Stand up here for a minute. That should be enough. And then fly on down. Oh, try not to slam your face now. You can see this one now has spawns in it, so take the water back out of there. Put an iron block in. And I now know that that one's verified. So now I can put the water into this one and do the same thing. So I'll be back when I have all of them done. Okay, just something of note. I had it set up like this, right, and I wasn't getting any spawns in this particular cage here, so I spread it out 1 block either side. So that will be the block they're supposed to spawn on, and I just moved it out 1 either side of that block, and sure enough they've spawned. Now does that mean that they spawn on either side? No, what it usually means is that it just took a minute for it to spawn. It took longer than normal to spawn. And the reason why I say that is because I've had this issue before. Where the issue being that they don't spawn on the block they're supposed to spawn on, or that you have determined they should spawn on through elimination, and then you go 1 either side of it and they start to spawn, and then the next time you eliminate the 2 blocks on either side and you head back up to your AFK spot or your spawn allowance spot, because it's not going to be the AFK spot, but this is just the this allows them to spawn because I'm out of range, but in range, out of the 24 block range, inside the 128 block range. And from what I can tell, you really need to be quite a bit away than the 24 blocks for them to spawn. So we'll just sit up here for a couple of seconds and maybe have a carrot. But not both of them, because I want some healing for when I kill them the next time. So now when we pop down, you can see we don't have any spawns again, right? So now I take that water out of there, take that out, put a block in the center, and do a water source there, and a water source there. Now, what I'm doing here with the roof, right, so this just won't allow them to jump out, and if I don't break the glass, there's nowhere for them to go. So I'm going to head over and have a sleep. Just let me take a minute. Now I found this in another world as well that I've done, that the grid wasn't exactly correct. Look there, you see they've already spawned, and all I did was go to bed. Now, where did they spawn? They spawned on this side. So look at this, right? So that's where they've spawned. You turn around, it's one block off from this one. Right? But yet that one spawned in the correct spot. So what that means is that all the other ones that aren't spawning, we just gotta do the same thing. See if it's a block either side of where it's supposed to be. Because look, I guess it's a computer program, right? So it might not be exact to every single time, although it should be because it's a computer program, but it is what it is. And just because you're not getting them to spawn on the block they're supposed to spawn on doesn't mean they're not going to spawn. It just means they're not spawning on the block they're supposed to spawn on. So we had the same issue with this one, so we'll do the same thing. And what we'll do is we'll block that off. We'll take that out. We'll put another block there and we'll come around like so. Do the same here. Put a roof on. Put a roof on. Oh. It would help if I put water in, because that does help with spawning. And you may have noticed that I've moved my scaffolding in. It was out there a few minutes ago in the last clip, and now it's over here. And that's just because I wasn't getting any spawns at all. I thought I might have been just outside of the range. Now, Silent Whisper and also Foxy No-Tail have pointed out that in both their videos that you need to start on the northwest corner. So that's east that way, that's west, and that's north. So that will be the corner that you would determine where it starts. But where that first spawning pod is down there will be determined by how far out your walls go from the edge of the monument itself. So although there is a way to work it out, I just find it easier to put water down, find out where they're spawning, and then once you have one that way and one that way, then you know where you're at. So from that one to that one is 9 blocks, I think, then 15, then 15, then 10. But I may have gotten that backwards. But that's what it is for me. Right, and again, we've spawned on a block back from... Oh, well, that one's not spawning either. Okay, so I might just be one block off the whole way. Okay, well that's not a big deal. That's easily fixed. I didn't even notice that the other one hadn't spawned anything either. Right, so break that, iron block in there, that back in there, and then we want an empty bucket. Oh, I said empty bucket, not block. Okay. So then with this one, let's just see if I am just one block. I think I am one block off. I think that's exactly the problem. Which means then that these two are one block off as well, so... Even though I've put water in all of them, they may not all spawn. Maybe only one or two might spawn, and maybe even just one might spawn. And then we just eliminate that water out of that one, and it'll spawn in the next one. So we just got to be patient, go through the process, follow the process. That's the way I work in my day job, is follow the process. If you put a process in place, then you're always doing the job the same way. And until a better process is found, that way we'll get the job right for you every single time. So let's see, nothing in that one, nothing in that one, but we have in this one. So as I said, not all of them will spawn at the same time. So now we can eliminate this one from the mix. Right, so 24 out of the 25 are getting spawns. This one, no matter what I do, I've moved the scaffolding, I've flown out, I've come back, I've logged off, I've logged back on. Nothing I do will have anything spawn here. But I've got 24 spots other than that have all spawned perfectly. Sometimes it takes a bit of time before they'll actually spawn, but all the rest of them have all spawned except for that one in the corner. Okay, so I've got 3 modules made, and the first attempt was a little bit not great. Mainly because I didn't have flowing water. I only had one block. I had a block of water and then nothing, and then the ice. So just move the ice out once so there's a flow. It means the guardians get pushed this way. They fall into the lava, and as you can see, there's drops in there. So I'm not collecting anything right at this very minute. Alright, so I got another one there. Is there anything in that one? No. And then I've got this one. And nothing in that one. So what we'll do is we'll build one together. So you can see what I'm doing. So take that out of there. And can leave that there. That one wants to be there. Then that one needs to be ice with lichen. Bring the glass down. And here we want to dig down 3. Dig a bit of space out. Give ourselves some room. And also give ourselves an escape. Right, so here we want there, so we want there, we want a dispenser. There we want a hopper. There, oh, there we want a block. There we want lava. And then we just take out a couple of blocks here. Walk over to observers. I'll put observer with the face out this side so the red bit's touching that. And then one the opposite way. Oh, no, that doesn't go in the opposite way. There we go. You can hear that clicking. Fill these blocks back up because we don't need them exposed. And we want to put water there. And I'm going to need to go and get water, which I can do quite easily. I should have done that before I started building it, so I didn't have to do this when I was explaining it all. So knock these two out, come out here. Fill that back up. Now we put water on that block, it flows to there. And then if we put a glass block on top of that, and then glass on top of that, and we can take that glass block back. Because it doesn't need to be there. Right, so that now is ready. And as you can see, there's guardians spawning here, and they're dying quite quickly. And there's a few drops in there. No drops in that one. This one I think I was too close to have any drops in it. But it just means we run back out of the way. And you know, I'm gonna be AFKing 64 blocks down. So you can see them in that one over there again. Dying really quick, so they just keep spawning. Alright, so I want to bring it in halfway through and give you a look at what I'm doing, right? So I'm not doing any kind of rhyme or reason as to which way the water goes. I want to kind of make it look a little like a circuit board or just crazy trails. And basically, some of them line up like these 3 here line up. They all go down to one chute that goes across. And then the others are kind of joining onto it. And then over here we've got one that kind of goes around one in front of it. And then those 2 join up to that one. And it's a very, very simple way of doing it. And the farm is working quite well at the moment with just those ones in. I've still got 10 more to do. You can see them jumping over there. See, that one's working, that one's working, and if we just stand here, or if we follow it around, you can see what I've done with the water. So you see these ones coming through, Picks up speed, slow over the ice, and then picks up speed again. And then just drops straight in and down to the hoppers. And that's pretty much, I've got 2 lines coming in at the moment. These other 10 will probably come in on a 3rd line. It just makes sense to do it that way. I could, because this one and this one are 16 blocks apart, I could have a middle one come through here and join, and have the 2 of them join up, and have these 2 join up, and have, well, that one's not going to join up because I'm not putting one there, but have these 2 join up, have those 2 join up on a central line. But I think this looks way better, having this kind of like circuit boardy kind of thing. Anyway, I'll do the rest and I'll be back. Well, all the cells are now active, except for that one in that corner. But it's hooked up anyway, just in case it does decide to start spawning, so... Oh, we didn't mean to do that. But they are all working. And... although I haven't done a proper collecting system for them at the moment, I have just put in a couple of chests. And the chests that were up the top have now been transferred down here to these 2 bottom. That was the one that was on this side, the big tall one. And this one was the small version over that side. And then this is what we've got while we were building it. And yeah. Okay, well I hope you enjoyed that look at the Guardian farm and how it turned out. And we're now going to go and do a geode. So we found a geode while we were digging out the hole under the ocean monument, and we're just going to make it into a manual farm, and let's go and have a look at that. Waterlogged it and put in all water source blocks. It's just going to be a manual thing for now, so if you want these crystal clusters, you hit it with a silk touch. If you want the thingamajigs that you make glass with, or the spyglass, I think you gotta wait for them to be big before you can harvest them. They have to be this size. So that second one that I done was no good. It didn't give me anything at all. Probably if I had a fortune pickaxe on me, probably give me a bit better rates. It's up in a chest somewhere up the top. But this will do for now. I don't need much. So this is a manual farm. So I've just finished doing the old kelp. Make sure it's all water source blocks. So just kelp to the top. Pop back down and break it out. Grab it all back. And then you just let your crystals grow. And if you want the crystal as a crystal, like that, or like that, then you break it out with a silk touch pickaxe. And you get that. If not, you break it out with a fortune 3 or a regular pickaxe, or even with your hand. And that one was too small. So the small ones and the medium ones don't give you the shards that you need to make other items. Just wait till they grow a little bit. And you know, this is waterlogged, so I don't have to stack jump to get up to the high ones. I just, you know, come in, break the ones that are visible. Like for instance that one, but it's too small at the moment, unless I want the actual crystal itself, which I don't. And yeah, just pop back out. glow lichen on the side here. So you don't have to put signs up. Glow lichen will stop the water flow there. Now this room, not finished yet, but I'm getting there with the decoration. Right, so it's going to be a very bland room because all it's going to be is storage. But I can't AFK here because I'm too close to the farm. So I'm going to be AFKing way down here. And because of the conduit, I can breathe down here. So I'm going to be AFKing somewhere around here. I've dug all this out. Left the water in on purpose. And just started the decoration on the walls. As you can see, I haven't finished this side yet. So basically it's sea lanterns with wall blocks in front of it so the light penetrates through. And you can see it's a lot darker than they're the same, if that makes any sense, right? So this is just stone block made into that pattern, and this is that made into wall blocks. But because of the light behind it, and I don't know why it's darker when there's light behind it, but however, it is, and it actually makes for a nice pattern, so I'm going to leave it. I've got to finish that, and I was thinking of extending the storage all the way down, but I'm not sure whether I will or not, because I don't think we're going to get that much drops from the farm. We're not going to be AFKing here for very long. Anytime I need sea lanterns is pretty much when I'm going to be over here. Okay, so I hope you enjoyed that bit. Not too much to do with that farm. It's pretty manual. It's pretty standard. I could do piston operated, but it just seems like an awful lot of hassle for such a small thing. We could just go in there and spend 5 minutes and mine out the parts that we need or the bits that we need and carry on. Now we're going to head over and we're going to make the base of the map. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that's the end of today's episode. I know it's been a bit of a long one. We've done quite a lot in this episode today. My name is DK from DK Plays TV on Twitch, DK Plays on YouTube. I hope that you're having a fantastic day no matter where you are in the world. And please hit the like, subscribe, notification bell. Come follow me on Twitch. Although at the moment I'm not streaming, but I will be streaming back on the first week of June.